How do you get permission from the landlord? Basically, you're going to approach them. Most people don't know this, but Marriott and Hilton and a lot of these hotel companies actually do similar things. The Airbnb business model is fairly simple, and I'm going to show you the entire playbook in this video. But I do have more videos on Airbnb that can actually help you to get started and scale and make a lot of money. But this is an introduction to the entire business model so that you understand what you actually get into. So first, most people in the world are actually doing Airbnb arbitrage. Is this weird? No. What is Airbnb arbitrage? It's when you take someone else's property for a flat rate or a percentage, and then you put people in there even though the property isn't yours. Of course, this is with the owner's permission. Why would an owner allow this? Maybe they have 10 units and they don't want to be bothered with the 2 that you want from them. Maybe they have 50 and you're asking them for 5, for example. Think of apartment buildings. An apartment building isn't necessarily going to Airbnb 5 units, but you can if you get permission from the apartment owner. So once you have the permission, you're going to go ahead and put it on Airbnb. Is this a new model? Not at all. Most people don't know this, but Marriott and Hilton and a lot of these hotel companies actually do similar things. They will get a building, license the name Marriott and the membership list and all of the commercial rights to the person who's buying that from Marriott, the brand, and then the operator, which is the licensee, will go ahead and then operate a Marriott out of that location. Obviously, they do have to meet some standards, etc., but that's essentially what Marriott does for a lot of their locations around the world, which of course is why it's one of the biggest hotels in the world, because it doesn't have to buy every building that it operates in. Someone else has to own it, and they can operate there. Amazing. Now that becomes a Marriott location. It's the same thing for you. Essentially, you are signing up to run mini hotels. It's just that you're fulfilling a need that Marriott can't. Marriott doesn't necessarily have a lot of units with kitchens inside, but you can do that. That's an advantage to you, which means that you can set up all of these wonderful units, have amazing amenities that Marriott can't do, like one of a kind, Dalmatian theme, Disney theme, so many different themes that you can think of. Cars theme, Harry Potter theme, Hulk theme, Avengers theme. You can set up a grand piano in the side. You can do a wall painting. You can do a mural. These are things that Marriott can't do. So you're actually fulfilling a need that they can't, especially the kitchen. Having your own kitchen is a really big plus for a lot of people. As you famously know, most hotel rooms don't have kitchens. They have canteens or they have lunch rooms where you can go buy food, which is obviously more expensive than cooking. So the fact that you're able to actually have a full kitchen where you can prepare your chicken, your pot roast, your plantain, your vegetables, your rice and peas and oxtail. All right, that's the Jamaican coming out of me. However, it's a very big plus to have your own kitchen, which is why people are opting for Airbnbs. Also, if you have a group of 2 families, 8 to 10 people, 12 people, are you going to buy multiple hotel rooms for all of them to stay in? Or will you just buy one large Airbnb, which actually works out cheaper? You all share one kitchen, you have a pool, and maybe even have a game room, but that works out cheaper than multiple hotel rooms and then having to buy food for all of those people. It's such a big cost difference. And so then that's something that Marriott can't fill, but you as an Airbnb host can. Also, going cheaper, you get to, per unit, charge less than $50 a night if you are doing for a room. Marriott can't do that because they have all these amenities. Marriott can only go down to maybe 45 plus fees, which brings it up to $60 a night anyway. You can actually go cheaper than Marriott, which is great. All of these costs add up, which means that you can outcompete Marriott on the high end and on the low end. You can make a lot of money doing this. So as long as your numbers match up, you're good to go. So that's basically the Airbnb model. You're taking all of these units, you're getting permission from the landlord to be able to do this, and then you're putting people in there from Airbnb, VRBObooking.com, or even direct booking. Now, how do you get permission from the landlord? Basically, you're going to approach them and say, hey, I'm a business. I want to rent your place. I want to lease it for 2, 3, 4 years so that I can put people in there that are traveling executive, traveling nurses, etc. They're going to say yes. You can also tell them that I want to take multiple of your units, maybe 4 or 5 of them, so then we can talk business. That's a better approach than you just saying, hey, I'd love to Airbnb your place. Don't do that. That doesn't work. Also, once you get permission, you need to furnish the place. You need to put in mattresses, you need to put in beds, you need to put in chairs, couches, microwave, everything that you can think of very, very quickly. So you need to have a plan to be able to furnish an entire unit within 10 days. Now, that's not as hard as people make it seem, because obviously there's a lot of free furniture out there, a lot of low cost furniture out there. But of course, you never ever want to skip on beds. Beds are very important. Do not get shitty beds. So you want to spend on beds. But a couch, yeah, there are plenty of couches out there that are great and secondhand. There are plenty of lamps that you can get for free. There are plenty of microwaves that you can get for free. TVs that you can get for free. Plenty of them out there. Rugs are expensive, but if you get them secondhand, they can cost you less than $20. Or again, free. You clean them, fantastic. That works very, very well. A combination of free, low cost, and paid works very well. Once you get this unit set up within 10 days, then you put it on Airbnb, take great pictures that show the environment, open up the windows, take it from the corners, tell a story. Then you're going to put it up, put your description on, make sure that the description is telling a story, not just saying the features, but the benefits. This is like this, so that you can this. That's a really good formula. This is like this, so you can do this for everything. Put your captions on in the pictures, and once you have your Airbnb set up, boom, bang, bang, you're going to manage your prices. Manage your prices through the high seasons, manage your prices through the low seasons. In the high seasons, you want to make as much money as possible, so put your prices up. In the low seasons, drop your prices early so that you get booked up first, so that you're not struggling for last minute bookings in the low season, which don't come. Once you have this pricing strategy down pat, you're going to make a lot of money on Airbnb. And I've been doing this for about 10 years now. So then if you want my help, I'm happy to chat with you. You can leave a comment below. I'd happy to chat. But welcome to the channel. Or you can send me an email. I'll answer you personally. Or there's a Facebook group in the profile link in the bio, which I'd be happy to talk to you even further. Maybe I'll make another video about photos, but there's an Airbnb playlist right here. So click to actually watch that. And I'll see you in the next video.